Good morning to everyone. I welcome all parents and students for this special session on career in commerce. Normally, these kind of sessions we take in a classroom, but due to the unforeseen situation this year, we are forced to take this session via YouTube Live. I have with me CA Manish Tardeja and Professor GB Joshi. Professor GB Joshi is a great mathematician. He teaches subject of mathematics at Academy and he is one of the co-founder of Ekatvam Academy. And we also have CA Manish Tardeja who will be guiding us for various options for career in commerce. Now, majority of you have given 10th standard examination just now, and we are on the verge of deciding the career option. Various options are there in front of you. Let me tell you some brief statistics for a minute or two, and then I will hand over to the subsequent speaker. India has achieved a GDP level of around $2.7 trillion 3 years ago. Now, why I said this 2.7 trillion, this is a serious level because if I look at the global environment, $2.7 trillion to $5 trillion transition has happened in about 7 to 8 years. India is at that particular stage right now where we are likely to double our GDP in the next 6 to 7 years. Obviously, with a GDP increasing or a national income increasing, everyone will get a benefit of it. But the biggest benefit will come to the commerce fraternity. इंडिया में आज की तारीख में we have got only 3 lakh chartered accountants since 1949. Now you imagine if the GDP size gets doubled, number of commerce professionals or number of finance professionals that will be required in India will be way higher. Today we have around 12 lakh companies in India. Today we have around 80 lakh GST payers India, GST tax payment monthly basis. We have around 3.5 crore individual taxpayers. We have large number of partnership from LLPs, limited liability partnerships. So scope for the commerce fraternity is substantial. So, but what are the career options in this commerce? That is going to be discussed by CA Manish Tardeja with you, and Professor GB Joshi sir will be discussing various personality traits and requirements for chartered accountancy course as well as other courses in commerce. Whatever questions you people have, I will request you to ask the questions at the end of the session. First, we will discuss everything. You can type the questions by way of a comment in the YouTube, but do not type in between. We will be taking questions at the end. So this session is expected to be around 1 hour's time. So with this introduction, I hand over to CA Manish Tardeja. Or GB Joshi sir, who is going to speak? GB Joshi sir?
Well, a good morning to all of you. A good morning to all of you. I'm Professor GB Joshi. नवनवोन्मेष शालिनी चातुर्य कला कामिनी अभिनय वाग विलासिनी वीणा वादिनी विश्व मोहिनी goddess Sharada. You can see the idol of goddess Sharada exactly behind me. So whenever and whatever I'm going to speak to you all guys is with the blessing of goddess Saraswati. Well, all of you have given the 10th standard examination. Geography paper was cancelled. But now you are expecting your results somewhere in the month of July. And once the result is declared, what action are you going to take? That is the $1 million question in front of you. Are you going to join the science stream? Are you going to join the commerce stream? Are you going to join the art stream? See, 10 years back, you took an admission to the first standard. 10 years back, you took an admission to the first standard. You studied, you passed first standard. Then you got an admission to second standard. Somehow you reached 9th standard. You did a hard work, you passed 9th standard. and then you prepared well for the 10th standard, and now you're going to clear your 10th standard. First time in your life, somebody is asking you, what is your choice? From first standard to standard, there was no choice. From second standard to third standard, there was no choice. But from 10th standard to 11th standard, you got a choice with you to join, whether to join science stream or to join commerce stream or to join the art stream. Majority of your friends might be thinking of joining the science stream, considering that becoming engineer, becoming doctor has got a status, has got a reputation and all that, because that is the traditional culture that we have, right? And therefore, let me share with you a comparison between what if you become engineer, what if you become chartered accountant. Let me have a, first of all, comparative discussion between the two. Believe me, alone in Pune city, there are in all 23 degree engineering colleges imparting the education for the qualification of BE. If you consider Pune district, if you consider Pune's entire district, Maharashtra as the state, and then if you consider India as the country, there are in all 15 lakh vacancies for the first year of the degree engineering. That means all 15 lakh students get an admission to degree engineering every year, and they pass eventually after the period of 4 years, 4.5 years, or 5 years. So 15 lakh engineers are passing out from the corridors of engineering colleges every year in the country. Whereas, tell me, the chartered accountancy examination is conducted by which organization? Which institution? It is conducted by ICAI, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, that was established in 1949 by the Act of Parliament. Now, 1949 to we are in 2020, in almost 70 odd years, believe me, that the total number of chartered accountants available in the country is 3 lakhs. Have the comparison properly. 15 lakh engineers pass out every year, and 72 years, 73 years. Total number of chartered accountants is 3 lakh. Now remember, corporate works on the two wheels. One wheel, one wheel is the technology, what we call engineering. Other wheel is the finance. So technology and finance, these are the two wheels on which the corporate runs. Now, therefore, there is almost the similar demand. See, Abhishek was, into his introductory, words. He said that especially after globalization of economy, now that the corporates are going to flow in India, the number of finance experts is going to increase. It will be at par with the number of technological experts required. So demand remaining the same. 15 lakh engineers pass out every year, and only 3 lakh chartered accountants is the 70 years total. So obviously, where is the more supply? More supply is in engineering. Where is the scarcity? Scarcity is in the field of finance. And when there is a scarcity, there is a value. When there is a scarcity, there is a demand, right? You get down at the railway station at 1:30 in the night, and 25 people want the rickshaw, and there is only one rickshaw available at the rickshaw stand. Whatever that rickshaw driver will charge, the people will be ready to give, because so that its value will increase, because there is a scarcity, there is a shortage. But if you get down the railway station at 1:30 in the afternoon, 25 people want the rickshaw, and there are 100 rickshaws available, then obviously rickshaw driver will have to accept the fare that is less than the normal fare. तो ये हो रहा है, that is what is happening between engineering and chartered accountants. Then let me be very honest with you. If you have a look around, you can find many unemployed engineers. Many unemployed engineers, they do not get anything, therefore they join MBA, they go to a US and complete their MS and etc. But remember, the day when your CA final examination result will be declared, next day you are going to get a good job or you can start your profession. I want to support my claim by means of a statistic given. By means of the statistic given. Listen carefully. If you compare this, just have a quick look at what the graph is saying. Behind 10,000 people, for every 10,000 population, if you can see closely, if you can see closely, New Zealand has 68 chartered accountants, means finance experts. New Zealand has 68 chartered accountants. If you consider on this side, USA has 15 chartered accountants for every 10,000 population. UK has 21 chartered accountants for every 10,000 people. Australia has 18. Come see towards the south side. Australia has 18. And look at India. Look at India. India has got only two chartered accountants for 10,000 population, where especially after this pandemic, maybe many corporate sectors will be flowing in India from the other countries, from the neighboring countries, and the demand for the chartered accountants will be very high. And India at present has only two chartered accountants for the population of 10,000. So there is a big space available. And who is going to fill in this space? Guys, you are going to fill in the space. And therefore, I appeal to all of you, do not underestimate the commerce stream that people are doing from traditional times, from that mentality. I still remember one anecdote. In America, in there was one park, and in the park, there was one park, and in that park, few children were playing, and there was a gas balloon seller. He was selling the gas balloons. Okay, he was selling the gas balloon, and then it so happened that one small child went to the balloon seller and he said, "Uncle, please give me that red balloon." And the balloon seller gave him the red balloon. The child held it for some time in his hand, and he released that balloon, and the balloon went into the skies. After some time, one more child went to the balloon seller and he said, "Uncle, give me that blue balloon, please." And the balloon seller gave him the blue balloon. Child held it for some time and then released it, and the balloon went into the skies. Eventually, what happened? Only one child was remaining, and he was the Negro child, having the dark complexion. He went to the balloon seller, and the balloon seller was also remaining with only one balloon, that was the black balloon. This child said, "Uncle, please give me that remaining black balloon." And the balloon seller gave him the balloon. The child held it for some time, but he did not release it. Now the balloon seller was very much surprised, and he asked this child, "My dear, all your friends released the balloons to go to the skies. Why are you still holding it on?" And the Negro child asked a very innocent question to the balloon seller. He said, "Uncle, will this black balloon also go in the sky?" And the that balloon seller smiled and said, "My dear, it's not the color of the balloon that is taking it to the sky, but it is the gas inside the balloon that is taking it to the skies." So, my dear friends, it is not the faculty, whether you join the science stream, the commerce stream, that is going to give you the height in the success, but it is the spirit inside your soul that is going to give you the success in the life. And therefore, before taking the decision of joining, whether to join the commerce stream, whether to join the science stream, let us take the learned decision. So I'm not going to have a word on the avenues available to the science stream at present, but in this seminar we are going to highlight what are the options available to you in the commerce faculty. And therefore, guys, let us first of all know what the avenues are open, what can we do, what opportunities can be there. in the field of commerce, and therefore let us enter the world of commerce. And taking your finger and giving your support to enter the world of commerce, I request CA Manish Tardeja to enlighten the students with what are the different options available in the field of commerce. CA Manish Tardeja, please.
Thank you, GB sir. Well, the preamble that has started for you, uh, you have already got the idea that yes, nowadays commerce is no more a kind of option which is secondary one. Commerce has become a primary option nowadays because the world is changing, the systems in which the world works that is changing, and accordingly even our thought should change. तो अब सवाल ये बनता है कि कॉमर्स में हमारे पास स्ट्रीम्स क्या अवेलेबल है, कॉमर्स में हम क्या क्या कर सकते हैं, और इसके लिए हमें समझना पड़ेगा कि हमारे पास कॉमर्स में ऑप्शंस क्या क्या अवेलेबल है. So my focus for next 20-25 minutes will be only on one thing, and that is what are the various career opportunities available to us in the world of commerce. So let's straightforward go to that. The very first point that I would be interested to highlight is if I'm looking at my career, if I'm trying to focus on कि मुझे करियर चुनना है, तो करियर में मुझे चाहिए क्या. एक कि मैं जब भी मेरा कोर्स, मेरा करिकुलम कंप्लीट करूं, मेरी पढ़ाई कंप्लीट करूं, उस समय पे अल्टीमेटली आई शुड बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड, आई शुड बी एबल टू नो दैट आई विल बी गेटिंग द कंटिन्यूअस जॉब. मतलब ये सिचुएशन ना आए कि पेंडेमिक आ गया, अब तुम घर पे बैठो पर घर से काम करने के लिए बैठो. सो देयर हैज टू बी अ जॉब श्योरिटी, अ रीजनेबल अमाउंट ऑफ कोर्स, क्योंकि अल्टीमेटली हमने काम करना है, कहीं ना कहीं से एक रीजनेबल अमाउंट मिलेगा तब जाके हमको सस्टेनेंस मिलेगा. द जॉब ऑप्शंस हैव टू बी देयर, whether I want to continue as in one company, in one industry or the other industry, the multiple industry options have to be there. So I need to focus on those job options. अगर मुझे कहीं एम्प्लॉयमेंट नहीं करना है, मुझे किसी के अंडर काम नहीं करना है, आई वॉन्ट टू वर्क ऑन माई ओन, so that is what I want, that is in the form of self employability. And I want the place to work in the globe. मैं जहां चाहूं वहां कम काम करने कर पाऊं, दैट शुड बी द काइंड ऑफ फोकस. तो ये सारी चीजें अगर हमको दिमाग में रखनी है और इस हिसाब से हमको तय करना है कि हमारा अल्टीमेट करियर क्या होना चाहिए. प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, whomsoever is attending this session, that our interest, our focus is to give you the information so that you get the details, and based on that you can take the learned decision, you take the known decision. आप किसी के कहे पर, किसी के सुनाने पर कि मेरे घर में ये बंदा ये हो गया इसलिए मैंने भी ये करना चाहिए, ऐसा डिसीजन नहीं होना चाहिए. द डिसीजन हैज टू बी प्रॉपर बिकॉज वी नो हाउ द सिनेरियोज आर चेंजिंग. The next aspect that I will be interested to focus upon कि after 12th, अब हम लोग क्यों आज बात कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि हमारा एक्चुअल करियर जो स्टार्ट होता है, जो प्रोफेशनल करियर की जो हम बात करते हैं, वो 12th के बाद स्टार्ट होता है. पर उस 12th के बाद के करियर का तय करना आज से इसलिए जरूरी है क्योंकि आज हमारे पास ऑप्शंस हैं कि हम साइंस में जाएं, हम कॉमर्स में जाएं, हम आर्ट्स में जाएं. माइंड इट माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, मैंने कई लोगों को कहते हुए सुना है कि तेरे परसेंटेज अच्छे आए हैं, तू एक काम कर, तू साइंस ज्वाइन कर और फिर 12th के बाद तय करेंगे कि अब क्या करना है. Why then? Why waste 2 years of the students if the person is interested to, if that student is interested to go into the various aspects of his own various aspects of commerce? तो उसके आप 2 साल क्यों बर्बाद करें? एंड दैट्स व्हाई अगर हम लोग आफ्टर 12th की बात कर रहे हैं तो वो आज से तय करना पड़ेगा. And that will be a more prominent, more better decision as compared to deciding it after 12th. क्योंकि 12th के बाद अगर बंदा तय करता है कि अब मुझे कॉमर्स करना है वापस, तो उसे जो 11th 12th कॉमर्स के अकाउंट्स, इकोनॉमिक्स में सिखाया गया उसको वापस रिवाइज करना पड़ता है. ऑलराइट, नाउ हमारे पास दो ऑप्शन है, या तो हम सिर्फ ग्रेजुएशन करें या तो हम किसी प्रोफेशनल कोर्स पे फोकस करें. मैं इस चीज में बहुत ज्यादा डिटेल में नहीं जाऊंगा, मैं बहुत ज्यादा कंपैरिजंस नहीं दिखाऊंगा आपको. एक सिंपल सी बात है, I can compare an apple with an apple, I cannot compare an apple with an orange. मैंने ये कंपैरिजन सिर्फ इसलिए रखा है कि हमें ये पता रखना जरूरी है कि 12th के बाद सिर्फ ग्रेजुएशन इज नॉट हैविंग दैट मच ऑफ वैल्यू एज इट वाज हैविंग 30 इयर्स अर्लियर। 3 डिकेड्स हम लोग आज की बात कर रहे हैं। आज हर बंदे को एक प्रोफेशनल के तौर पे देखा जाता है। whatever you are carrying out, that should be in a form of professional way. Of course, अगर हमें सक्सेस चाहिए तो उसके लिए मेहनत भी करनी पड़ेगी, हमें एक तरीके से पढ़ाई करनी पड़ेगी. द स्ट्रक्चर्ड स्टडी हैज टू बी देयर एंड we will surely be getting the very good job prospects if we are doing the professional courses. तो अब हम तय करेंगे कि करियर हमारे पास अवेलेबल क्या क्या है. दो टाइप के करियर्स होते हैं. एक होता है कि नॉर्मल आप आपके ग्रेजुएशन के साथ इन कोर्सेज को कर सकते हो. कुछ कोर्सेज होते हैं जो आपको ग्रेजुएशन के बाद करने होते हैं. मतलब the professional courses can also start after 12th standard. It can also start after graduation. So let's focus on that. The very first in that is career in the subject of law. That is BA, LLB, what you call as, or LLB or LLM. Now, basically, this career can be started after 12th standard or it can also be started after graduation. मैं अब जो आपके सामने चर्चा करने वाला हूं, इसमें एक बात ध्यान रखिएगा. आई एम गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट दैट उस पर्टिकुलर कोर्स के लिए समय कितना लगता है, क्योंकि अल्टीमेटली हमारा डिसीजन जो तय होने वाला है वो उसी बेसिस पे होने वाला है. तो उस कोर्स के लिए हमें समय कितना लगने वाला है आफ्टर 12th स्टैंडर्ड, उस कोर्स के लिए हमें एवरेज खर्च कितना आने वाला है, और उस कोर्स के लिए हमें टोटल कोर्स कंप्लीट करने के बाद में हम क्या एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं. सो फर्स्ट वन इन दैट इज लॉ. अगर किसी व्यक्ति को लॉ सब्जेक्ट ज्वाइन करना है, लॉ कोर्स ज्वाइन करना है, फॉर दैट पर्पस the person is required to give an entrance exam after 12th standard, that is common law admission test, that is what we call as CLAT. इस एग्जाम को क्रैक करने के बाद you can decide your college from where you want to do it. If you want to do it after 12th standards, it is a 5-year course, but if you want to do it after graduation, it is a 3 years course. So in whichever way you want to, you can carry over the law course. अगर खर्च की बात कर ली जाए तो लॉ कोर्स में खर्च कंपैरेटिवली कम है. दैट इज एनुअल कॉस्ट इज समवेयर अराउंड 1 लाख टू 1.8 लाख. डिपेंड करता है कि आप कहां से इस सब्जेक्ट को कर रहे हो, इस कोर्स को कर रहे हो. अगर आप जो बड़ी इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं, जो नामी गिरामी इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं, इसके लिए तो थोड़ा सा इससे ज्यादा खर्च करना पड़ता है ऑन अ एनुअल बेसिस, ऑन अ ईयरली बेसिस. एंड देन बेस्ड ऑन दैट यू कैन कैरी आउट योर कोर्स ऑफ लॉ. एक बात पक्की है कि अगर आपको लॉ कोर्स करना है तो माय सजेशन इज दैट यू शुड श्योरली बी डूइंग इट फ्रॉम द गुड इंस्टीट्यूशंस. व्हाई? बिकॉज अगर लॉ कंप्लीट करके हमको कहीं जॉब करनी है, किसी अच्छी लॉ फर्म में काम करना है, तो दे पिक अप द पीपल फ्रॉम दीज काइंड ऑफ इंस्टीट्यूशंस ओनली. वेल, it involves lot of theoretical subjects in the form of the various laws like CPC, CRPC, etc., etc. हाँ, आप इसमें स्पेशलाइजेशन कर सकते हो. आप सिविल प्रोसीजर्स में स्पेशलाइजेशन कर सकते हो, क्रिमिनल प्रोसीजर्स में स्पेशलाइजेशन कर सकते हो, फाइनेंशियल डीलिंग्स में स्पेशलाइजेशन कर सकते हो. दो स्पेशलाइजेशंस आर अवेलेबल आफ्टर द सेकंड ईयर ऑफ 5 years कोर्स और फर्स्ट ईयर ऑफ 3 years कोर्स. ऑलराइट, मैंने थोड़ी सी एक लिस्ट बना ली है कि कौन कौन सी इंस्टीट्यूट्स में से आप, जो मेजर इंस्टीट्यूट्स हैं जो इस कोर्स को चलाती हैं और जिनका नाम है, दोज आर दीज इंस्टीट्यूट्स इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू. You can do the course from these various institutions and you'll surely be having the benefit out of that. एक बार लॉ सब्जेक्ट, लॉ कोर्स कंप्लीट हो जाए तो अगर आप अच्छी फर्म में चले जाते हो, बिग लॉ फर्म्स which we call as, then you may get the remuneration in the range of 3 to 5 lakh rupees depending upon the kind of category in which you are fitting in. All right, so that's about the first course, that is the law course. The second course is MBA. इसके बारे में हर व्यक्ति ने सुना है. कई लोग कहते हैं कि अगर आपने एमबीए करना है तो अब आपको बीबीए करना पड़ेगा. दिस इज अ मिथ. अगर आपको एमबीए करना है तो यू हैव टू डू द ग्रेजुएशन इन एनी ऑफ द अवेलेबल स्ट्रीम्स. That can be the BCom, that can be the BA, that can be the engineering, that can be BBA, that can be BBM, whatsoever graduation you have completed. After that, you can do MBA course. Please understand, MBA is a course which is called as a post graduation course. Why? Because ये जब तक आप graduate नहीं हो जाते हो तब तक आप इसे start नहीं कर सकते हो. अब मैंने कहा कि आप अगर एमबीए करना चाहते हो तो आपको बीबीए करना पड़ेगा, ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है. कई सारी इंस्टीट्यूशंस कहती हैं कि बीबीए बिकम्स द बेस फॉर एमबीए. आई डोंट थिंक सो. डिपेंड्स ऑन वंस ओन थॉट्स. वेल, इसके लिए भी आपको एक एंट्रेंस देनी होती है. ये एंट्रेंस दो लेवल की होती है. एक होती है स्टेट लेवल की और दूसरी होती है नेशनल लेवल की. अगर आपने सुना होगा कि आपको इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ मैनेजमेंट, इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ मैनेजमेंट अहमदाबाद, इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ मैनेजमेंट बैंगलोर, ऐसे आईआईएम से अगर आपको एमबीए करना है, थ्री इडियट्स वाला अगर आपको याद होगा तो वहां इंजीनियरिंग दिखाया था. तो अगर आपको बड़ी इंस्टीट्यूशन से एमबीए करना है तो फॉर दैट पर्पस यू विल कंपल्सरीली बी रिक्वायर्ड टू गिव द CAT, that is Common Aptitude Test, that is a national level test. And similarly, if you want to do it within the state of Maharashtra or within the respective states wherever you are staying, then in that case you'll be required to give the CET, Common Entrance Test of that respective state. Now, this is a 2 years course after graduation. The entrance test is also given after graduation. Of course, there is a huge demand for the MBAs. There is a good repute. If you are doing it from the good colleges, from the colleges which are renowned, then in that case, you get the placement very comfortably. It has multiple streams which you can decide after your first semester. That is, the MBA is basically divided into semester pattern. There are 4 semesters. So in the second semester, you can decide whether you want to go into finance, whether you want to go into human resource, whether you want to go into the HR, whether you want to go to the supply chain management. These all things is what you can decide about. On average, MBA के लिए जो खर्च होता है, अगर रीजनेबली गुड इंस्टीट्यूट से किया जाता है तो 2 साल के लिए लगभग 15 लाख रुपए का खर्च आता है. But at the same time, from those institutions, when you get the placement, your annual package to start with will be 6 to 10 lakh rupees per annum. तो इसका मतलब कॉस्ट बेनिफिट के हिसाब से दिस इज अ रीजनेबल कोर्स. बट प्लीज रिमेंबर, दिस इज अ पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन कोर्स. मतलब हमें ग्रेजुएशन के समय कैसे ऑक्यूपाइड रहना है इसके बारे में बात करनी पड़ेगी when you are doing MBA. The third professional course is company secretary. Now, this company secretary course is basically a distance learning course. Now, what do I mean by distance learning course? इसके लिए आपके पास किसी भी तरह का कॉलेज अवेलेबल नहीं है. आपको कहीं कॉलेज में जाके पढ़ाई करनी होती है, ऐसा नहीं होता है. देयर इज एन इंस्टीट्यूट कॉल्ड एज इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ कंपनी सेक्रेटरीज ऑफ इंडिया. आपको उनके साथ रजिस्टर करना होता है. वो आपके पास बुक्स मटेरियल भेजते हैं. आप खुद से ऑन योर ओन विद द हेल्प ऑफ सम ट्यूटर्स do the studies and appear for the exams. This is a very authentic course. All the professional courses that I'm going to talk about now, maybe company secretary, maybe chartered accountancy, maybe CMA, these all are repute professional courses that we are talking about. All right? अब ये बंदा करता क्या है? There are so many companies in our country which are required to do the compliance with the various rules, regulations of the Ministry of Corporate Affairs as laid down in the Companies Act of 2013. तो उन सबको कंप्लाई करने के लिए आपको जो बंदा चाहिए होता है, that is a company secretary. Number one. Number two, there are so many corporate advisories required. Corporate advisories means what? That you want to do some amalgamation, some merger. तो वो merger किस तरह से हो पाएगा? अगर आपको आपके ही बिजनेस में से कोई एक यूनिट को बाहर निकालना है तो उसको आप कैसे बाहर निकाल सकते हो? सिर्फ फाइनेंशियल फ्रंट पे नहीं, बट लीगल फ्रंट से. उस सब चीजों पे एडवाइस देने वाला बंदा जो होता है, दैट इज द कंपनी सेक्रेटरी. ऑफ कोर्स, कंपनी सेक्रेटरी इज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर द कंपनीज ओनली. सो जितनी ज्यादा कंपनीज होगी उतना ज्यादा इसका डिमांड होगा. एंड यू कैन ऑल्सो वर्क एज एन इंडिपेंडेंट प्रैक्टिसिंग कंपनी सेक्रेटरी एज वेल. मतलब जो छोटी छोटी कंपनियां होती हैं उन कंपनीज को एक एक्सक्लूसिव डेडिकेटेड कंपनी सेक्रेटरी एज एन एम्प्लॉय रखना मुश्किल होता है. So what they do, they go to the company secretary who's practicing and they get the compliance done through him. So that's the course of company secretary. इसके लिए लगभग लगभग जो खर्च आता है, मैंने वेबसाइट डाली हुई है, आप इस वेबसाइट पे जाके इसका डिटेल निकाल सकते हो. इसका कोर्स का टोटल ड्यूरेशन जो है आफ्टर 12th स्टैंडर्ड इट्स 4 years. दिस कोर्स कैन बी स्टार्टेड आफ्टर 12th स्टैंडर्ड इटसेल्फ. टोटल 4 साल का समय लगता है इसके लिए. इस कोर्स में आपके पास 3 लेवल्स होती है. फर्स्ट लेवल इज कॉल्ड एज फाउंडेशन प्रोग्राम, सेकेंड लेवल इज कॉल्ड एज एग्जीक्यूटिव एंड थर्ड इज कॉल्ड एज प्रोफेशनल प्रोग्राम. और ये सब कंप्लीट करने के बाद आपको 1 साल की इंटर्नशिप करनी होती है किसी भी कंपनी सेक्रेटरी हु इज प्रैक्टिसिंग ऑलरेडी. उसके साथ इंटर्नशिप करने के बाद यू गेट द सर्टिफिकेट ऑफ कंपनी सेक्रेटरीज प्रैक्टिस और मेंबरशिप. सो ये टोटल कोर्स 4 साल का हो गया आफ्टर 12th स्टैंडर्ड. अब मैंने वहां जो लिखा हुआ है फाउंडेशन प्रोग्राम 8 महीने, एग्जीक्यूटिव प्रोग्राम 9 महीने, सो इस हिसाब से अगर गिना जाए तो वो तो सिर्फ 29 महीने होते हैं, मतलब 2.5 साल की बात होगी. हवेवर बीच बीच में समय निकलता है, दैट इज फॉर द रिजल्ट्स कमिंग. एक स्टेज के बाद में दूसरी स्टेज इमीडिएटली नहीं चालू होती है. एंड दैट्स व्हाई द टोटल ड्यूरेशन, इफेक्टिव ड्यूरेशन दैट यू रिक्वायर इज अप्रोक्सीमेटली 4 years आफ्टर 12th स्टैंडर्ड. राइट. अब इस कोर्स में लगभग लगभग अगर आप खर्च गिने तो दैट विल बी अप्रोक्सीमेटली 4 to 5 lakh rupees. And once you complete this particular course, you will start getting the remuneration which will be in the range of 5 to 7 lakh rupees per annum. Right? अगला कोर्स जो मैं बात कर रहा हूं दैट इज कॉस्ट एंड मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटेंट. अब ये जो कॉस्ट एंड मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटेंट है, दिस इज ऑल्सो अ प्रोफेशनल कोर्स एज आई मेंशन अर्लियर. दिस इज ऑल्सो अ डिस्टेंस लर्निंग कोर्स. इसके लिए भी एक अलग से इंस्टीट्यूट बनाई गई है, इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ कॉस्ट एंड मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटेंट्स ऑफ इंडिया. एंड दैट इंस्टीट्यूट गवर्न्स और दैट इंस्टीट्यूट गाइड्स द स्टूडेंट्स फॉर डूइंग दिस पर्टिकुलर कोर्स. However, cost and management accountant is required only in the manufacturing industry, primarily into the manufacturing industry. क्यों? तो जैसा कि आप नाम देख रहे हैं, इस बंदे का मेजर काम जो होता है वो होता है कॉस्ट कैलकुलेशंस, कॉस्ट कंट्रोल एंड कॉस्ट रिडक्शन. और ये सारी चीजें मेजरली अफेक्ट करती हैं मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इंडस्ट्री को. और क्योंकि ये मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इंडस्ट्री में ही डिमांड में है, इसलिए अगर आप ऑब्जर्व करो कि मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इंडस्ट्री की जितनी रिक्वायरमेंट होगी उतना ही अब्सॉर्ब हो पाएगा. इसलिए इस कोर्स को स्कोप है, बट एज कंपेयर टू द अदर प्रोफेशनल कोर्सेज लाइक सीएस और फॉर दैट मैटर इवन चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंसी, सीए, उस कोर्स की कंपैरिजन में इसका डिमांड थोड़ा कम है. वेल, ये कोर्स भी आप 12th के बाद स्टार्ट कर सकते हो. आफ्टर 12th यू कैन इमीडिएटली स्टार्ट विद सीएमए. And this course is also of 3 stages: CMA Foundation, CMA Intermediate, and CMA Final. Similar to the CS, this course will also require approximately 4 years to complete. Cost-wise, there are the similar costs for the company, cost and management accountant as for the company secretary. But revenue-wise, थोड़ा सा कम रहेगा because the demand is comparatively reasonable, right? The next course that I want to talk about is the CA course. Now, what the chartered accountant can do? थोड़ा सा इस पे ज्यादा स्ट्रेस कर रहा हूं मैं. A chartered accountant can carry over his activities in practice. मतलब मैं एज अ सेल्फ इंडिपेंडेंट, सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड काम करना चाहता हूं, आई कैन डू दैट. That's what we call as chartered accountant in practice. The CA in practice can do the auditing services. हर कंपनी को, हर इंडिविजुअल को जो एक पर्टिकुलर टर्नओवर से ज्यादा बिजनेस करते हैं, उनको अपने बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स का वेरिफिकेशन करवा के उस पे सर्टिफिकेट लेके फिर सबमिट करना होता है, मे बी टू द इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट, मे बी टू द जीएसटी डिपार्टमेंट, मे बी टू द कंपनीज द रजिस्ट्रार ऑफ कंपनीज, द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ कॉर्पोरेट अफेयर्स। ये सारी चीजों के लिए जो सर्टिफिकेट देने वाला बंदा है, दैट इज नथिंग बट अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट। ही कैन प्रोवाइड द टैक्स सर्विसेज, द इनकम टैक्स सर्विसेज, इनकम टैक्स का कंसल्टेंसी दे सकते हैं, जीएसटी का कंसल्टेंसी दे सकते हैं, क्योंकि हमारे कोर्स में ये सारे सब्जेक्ट्स इनबिल्ट हैं और इसलिए उसको ज्यादा डिटेल में हम लोग सर्विसेज प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं। फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग, अब तो जैसा पेंडेमिक आया, अब कई सारे लोगों को फाइनेंशियल प्लान्स की आवश्यकता पड़ने वाली है। चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स फॉर द नेक्स्ट 2 years विल बी इन ह्यूज डिमांड, मिनिमम नेक्स्ट 2 years। और उसके बाद में सस्टेन करने के बाद जब बिजनेसेस वापस से नॉर्मल हो जाएंगे तो उस समय पे तो वापस डिमांड और बढ़ने ही वाला है। ये भी सर राइटली मेंशन कि अगर नेबरिंग कंट्री से, जो कि आज की सिचुएशन बहुत पॉजिटिव दिख रही है बिकॉज ऑफ दिस पैंडेमिक सिचुएशन, कि लोग डाइवर्ट करेंगे अपने बिजनेसेस फ्रॉम चाइना और फ्रॉम द अदर कंट्रीज टू इंडिया, और अगर वो इंडिया में शिफ्ट होते हैं तो ऑफ कोर्स यहाँ के रूल्स रेगुलेशंस को उनको कंप्लाई करना होगा और उसके लिए उनको फाइनेंशियल वर्ल्ड का बंदा जरूरी है। सो डिमांड फॉर द चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स इज बाउंड टू इंक्रीज इन द टाइम्स टू कम। Then there are the other services like accounting services, the business valuation services। जब भी हम लोग किसी बिजनेस को, नए बिजनेस को अक्वायर करना चाहते हैं तो उस समय पे हमने किस वैल्यू पे उसको अक्वायर करना चाहिए, किस बेसिस पे डील करना चाहिए, that is coming into business valuation, the financial reporting and cost accounting। So these are the various things that chartered accountant can carry out in the form of practice। Similarly, the chartered accountants are required in services also। लाइक कई सारी कंपनीज के जो फाइनेंशियल एग्जीक्यूटिव्स होते हैं, जो फाइनेंशियल एडवाइजर्स होते हैं, ये सारे के सारे चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स ही होते हैं। रतन टाटा जी ने कहीं कहा था that if I want to run a business, I want an MBA for that, but if I want to run the finances of my business, I need chartered accountants for that। So everywhere it is known that chartered accountants can manage the funds and finance and the companies more effectively because of the awareness, because of the various information that has been provided within the curriculum। There can be the bureaucrats, like if you take the example of Piyush Goyal Saab, he's a chartered accountant actually। That person has completed his chartered accountancy and then he went into the he went into the politics। देर आर सो मेनी ब्यूरोक्रेट्स, ब्यूरोक्रेट्स मतलब जो गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट्स में काम करते हैं, लेक्चरर हम आपके सामने बैठे हैं, कंसल्टेंट्स, देर आर सो मेनी ऑफ दोज सर्विसेज व्हिच वन कैन प्रोवाइड। एज एन एंटरप्रेन्योर बिजनेस कैसे कैरी, बिजनेसेस कैरी कर सकते हैं हम हमारे खुद के। मिस्टर कुमार मंगलम बिरला जो बिरला ग्रुप के चीफ हैं, ही इज अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट। सो एंड मिस्टर उदय कोटक, ही इज अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट, कोटक महिंद्रा बैंक के जो हेड है। सो इस तरह के कई सारे लोग आपको समझ में आएंगे that these are the people who have completed the course and they are carrying out this activity very nicely। ये तो स्लाइड आपने ऑलरेडी देख ली। सीए कोर्स का सिर्फ मैं अब लास्ट कुछ पॉइंट्स बता देता हूं। बेसिकली 3 लेवल का कोर्स है। पहला कोर्स, पहला लेवल सीए फाउंडेशन, जो कि 12th के बाद स्टार्ट होता है। 12th के बाद इमीडिएटली जो आने वाला नवंबर होता है उसमें आप एग्जाम दे सकते हो फॉर द सीए फाउंडेशन। सीए फाउंडेशन कोर्स कंप्लीट करने के बाद में वन कैन डू सीए इंटरमीडिएट, वन इज एक्सपेक्टेड टू, व्हिच इज अगेन अ 1 year कोर्स and in fact 8 months course। and after that, once a person completes the CA intermediate course, the person can go for the CA final। but while going for the CA final, एक बंदे को जो CA intermediate पास हो चुका है, CA फाउंडेशन में 4 पेपर्स होते हैं, सीए इंटरमीडिएट में 8 पेपर्स होते हैं, बट वो जो 8 पेपर्स है वो 2 ग्रुप्स में डिवाइडेड होते हैं। एक व्यक्ति एक ग्रुप एक समय पे भी दे सकता है, दोनों ग्रुप एक साथ भी दे सकता है। ये कोर्स कंप्लीट करने के बाद आइदर ऑफ द ग्रुप और बोथ द ग्रुप्स, वन हैज टू डू द वर्क अंडर अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट। वी कॉल दैट एज आर्टिकलशिप। तो हर व्यक्ति को 3 साल के लिए आर्टिकलशिप करनी होती है सीए इंटरमीडिएट कोर्स के बाद सीए फाइनल एग्जाम तक। और जो आखिरी के 6 महीने बचते हैं इन द आर्टिकलशिप, उस समय पे वो व्यक्ति सीए फाइनल की एग्जाम दे सकता है। तो अगर इस तरह से गिना जाए टोटल, तो दिस कोर्स आफ्टर 12th स्टैंडर्ड टेक्स अप्रोक्सीमेटली 4.5 years टू कंप्लीट। इस कोर्स में अगर पूरे 4 साल का, पूरे 4.5 साल का अगर खर्च गिना जाए तो दैट विल बी अप्रोक्सीमेटली, आई एम एक्सक्लूडिंग द hostel fees, but I'm including the tuition fees into that, because this being a distance learning course, one is expected to do it through the various commercial coachings available for that. तो इस कोर्स का टोटल खर्च इंक्लूडिंग द कोचिंग फी एटसेट्रा विल बी अप्रोक्सीमेटली 5 लाख रुपीस ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ 4.5 years. बट माइंड इट, जो 3 साल का आर्टिकलशिप का पीरियड होता है, इस 3 साल के आर्टिकलशिप के पीरियड में उस व्यक्ति को रेम्यूनरेशन मतलब कि स्टाइपेंड दिया जाता है, जो कि मिनिमम पहले साल में लगभग 5,000 रुपए होता है अगर हम पुणे सिटी जैसी बात करें, और अगर हम रिमोट लोकेशन में भी जाएं तो 2,500 से 3,000 रुपए मिनिमम मिलते हैं. तो अगर मैं सिंपल 3,000 रुपए फर्स्ट ईयर, 4,000 रुपए सेकेंड ईयर और 5,000 रुपए थर्ड ईयर का गिनूं, तो टोटल रेम्यूनरेशन दैट आई एम गोइंग टू गेट ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ 3 years इज अप्रोक्सीमेटली 2 लाख. 3 लाख रुपए, सॉरी 5 लाख का टोटल खर्च बताया मैंने, उसमें से 2 लाख रुपए आपके तो रेम्यूनरेशन में आ गए. मैं बहुत ही कंजर्वेटिव बेसिस पे बात कर रहा हूं. अगर आप बड़ी फर्म्स, जो बड़े चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट फर्म्स है, उसकी बात करें तो 15-15 हजार रुपए फर्स्ट ईयर में स्टाइपेंड दे देते हैं. फर्स्ट ईयर 15,000, नेक्स्ट ईयर 20,000, तीसरे साल. अभी तक आप सीए नहीं हो, यू आर स्टिल अ सीए स्टूडेंट, बट स्टिल यू गेट दोस काइंड ऑफ रेम्यूनरेशन. वेल, एनी व्हिच वेज, तो अगर हम सिंपल कैलकुलेट करें 3 लाख रुपए ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ 4 years और 4.5 years, दैट इज द कॉस्ट ऑफ अराउंड 60,000 पर ईयर. 60,000 रुपए पर ईयर के खर्च पे हम लोग सीए कोर्स कंप्लीट कर सकते हैं. राइट? अब इसके अलावा हमारे पास कौन से कोर्सेस है? These are basically the courses which has a different kind of demand. Actuaries is one of the course, but this Actuaries course is again a distance learning course. ये actuary जो बंदा होता है, ये this person is basically required into the companies like mutual funds, the companies like insurance companies. इसमें अलग अलग स्टेजेस हैं. थोड़ा सा कॉम्प्लेक्स नेचर है इस कोर्स का. जिस बंदे का मैथमेटिक्स में इंटरेस्ट हो, जो कोर मैथमेटिक्स को फॉलो करना चाहता है, स्टैटिस्टिक्स को फॉलो करना चाहता है, दैट पर्सन कैन गो फॉर द एक्चुअरीज कोर्स. देन देयर इज एन इंटरनेशनली अक्लेम्ड कोर्स कॉल्ड एज सर्टिफाइड फाइनेंशियल एनालिस्ट. जो बड़ी बड़ी कंपनीज आजकल इन्वेस्टमेंट्स कर रही हैं, जो अपने अमेलगमेशंस करती हैं, जो दो कंपनी साथ में आती है, मर्जर्स हो रहे हैं, ये सारों को सपोर्ट करने वाले, कंसल्ट करने वाले आर द सर्टिफाइड फाइनेंशियल एनालिस्ट्स आल्सो. सिमिलर टू दैट इज द सर्टिफाइड फाइनेंशियल प्लानर. इस व्यक्ति की अब तक भारत में रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है, बट इन द टाइम्स टू कम दिस काइंड ऑफ पर्सन विल बी रिक्वायर्ड इन ह्यूज वे in India, because these people plan for or focus on the individual's income and expenses. All right? So that's about the certified financial planner. Out of this, actuaries can be started after 12th. There is an exam that we are supposed to give called as ASET, Actuaries Common Entrance Test. वो अगर पास हो जाते हैं तो we can go ahead with the actuaries course. There is a website called as actuariesociety.org on which one can get more details of that. Certified Financial Analyst और Certified Financial Planner, ये जो दो courses हैं, CFA and CFP, ये courses are the post graduation courses, and the institutes for this are located outside India. You can contact them, you can communicate with them, and you can get yourself registered for that. There is a demand for these people, but at the same time, that those are the post graduation courses. माइंड इट, मैंने इतने सारे जो आपके सामने कोर्सेस रखे, उसको आपने कंपेयर करना है. आप जब करियर डिसाइड करते हैं तो हमारी सजेशन हर व्यक्ति को यही होती है, एक, उस कोर्स के लिए समय कितना लगेगा, दूसरा, उस कोर्स के लिए खर्च कितना आएगा, तीसरा, उस कोर्स के लिए मेरे एफर्ट्स कितने लगने वाले हैं, चौथा, उस कोर्स को कंप्लीट करने के बाद मुझे क्या मिलने वाला है. You analyze this, and based on that you should be deciding that what course is right for you. In fact, there are certain personality traits required for every course, and I would request GB sir to continue with those personality traits which are required for completing any kind of course. GB sir.
Thank you, CA Manish. We, in last around 30 minutes time, We heard a lot about advantages of joining the commerce stream over the science stream. What are the different courses available in the commerce stream? But now that you join any course, you join any course. You go to science, you go to commerce, you go to arts, you like to do anything. There are certain traits in the personality which have to be deliberately developed. The paper of geography of 10th standard got cancelled. Those who are in the SSC board. And therefore, what is the population density of Brazil? That you can afford to forget, because you made a preparation only for the getting marks in 10th standard. But now from 11th standard onwards, what you will be learning, what you will be doing for will be applicable directly to your career. And therefore, I usually call, the other day I was giving the interview on the television also, and I said, now these days onwards, you are now going to become the professional student. You are going to be student, but more categorically, you are going to become the professional student. Now, what is the difference? A student learns for getting marks in the exam. Professional student learns to get the knowledge applicable to his career, and therefore marks will automatically flow. But you are now going to become the professional student. Now, in order to develop this professionalism, what are the different traits which are going to be required? Let me first of all discuss that. The very first thing that you are going to require is the analytical mind. Is the analytical mind. I give you a simple example. The police reports say 10 people 10 people died in the middle of the road. 1,000 people died by the roadside. 10 people, only 10 people died in the middle of the road. 1,000 people died by the roadside. Conclusion, always walk in the middle of the road, because the number of days in the middle of road was very less, 10 as compared to 1,000 by the roadside. But will that conclusion be a valid conclusion? This you have to analyze, and when you analyze, you will happen to see that it might be possible that in the middle of the road 10 people were walking, all 10 died, whereas 1 crore people were walking by the roadside, only 1,000 died. Conclusion changes, inference changes, right? Analytical mind has to be developed if you want to become the professional. Communication skills have to be developed. Whether you are giving the presentation in the class, in front of the class, or you are giving the presentation in front of your clients, it requires the verbal communication, it requires the written communication, it requires the gestures. All these have to be developed, and we are going to develop these skills, in while doing the course, while doing the professional course, and especially if you are with us in Ekatvam. I'll talk about that later on. Self determination hona chahiye. You have to have the commitment. You should have the sense of dedication. The chief minister of Uttar Pradesh, chief minister of Uttar Pradesh, lost his lost his mother, and still he continued attending his meetings, because he said at that point of time he required his services to the people, of Uttar Pradesh. And now this is the self-determination. He had a love for his mother, but still he continued doing the job because he had a strong determination. Hard-working attitude has to be there. I will talk in detail when we meet personally later on each of these traits. I'm just introducing. Hard-working attitude has to be there. I get up in the morning at 9 o'clock because it is a lockdown, nothing to be done. I get up in the morning at 9 o'clock, then start playing on the mobile, so start watching the Tarak Mehta like serials on the television. Well, you can't become successful with that kind of attitude. अगर टाइम मिला है, आज अपने हाथ में अगर टाइम है लॉकडाउन के वजह से, So I will utilize this for grabbing the knowledge in the peripheral fields. If I want to go to the commerce stream, let me first of all learn what is share market. इसके बेसिक्स क्या है, थोड़ा सा जानकारी, और इसके लिए इंटरनेट होता है. So hard working attitude has to be there. Patience must be kept. Lockdown will definitely go. Coronavirus will, that effect will definitely go. But we should have the patience to wait till then. If we lose the patience, then obviously we cannot see the sun rising maybe in the month of July or August when this pandemic will be over, perhaps. You have to have the self-confidence. You have to develop the confidence to face the people. You should have the confidence to face the examination. You should have confidence in yourself. Yes, I can become chartered accountant. Otherwise, when you decide to become chartered accountant, people will tell you that the result of the course is just 1% or 0.5% or 0.25% and is very difficult course. You should have confidence and you should say, number one, the result of chartered accountancy examination in the history, 70 odd years, history of ICI was never 0.5% or 0.25%. It was always between, on an average, between say 20% to 25% overall. फाउंडेशन का रिजल्ट इससे बहुत ज्यादा होता है. लेकिन वो बात अगर हम एक्सेप्ट भी करेंगे कि रिजल्ट 1% होता है, तो भी अपने को ये कॉन्फिडेंस को डेवलप करना है हमें कि आई विल नॉट बिलोंग टू 99% who fail. I belong to 1% who pass. Self confidence, commitment has to be there. Nowadays the parents will agree with me that mobile phone has become the biggest enemy. Why? Because you have all the kind of videos available, you have all the kind of distractions and games available, PUBG available, but you must have commitment. I want to build my career, and therefore you should be having the commitment to your own task, to your own career and your own confidence. Forward looking has to be there. Coronavirus pandemic has come. Therefore, outstation student who is not in Pune, if he says that let me stay back in my place only, at my place only, and let me join the college for 11th standard in my city only, then you will be having some losses. I will talk again about that. Forward looking क्या होना चाहिए? पैंडेमिक खत्म होगा सपोज नवंबर में, दिसंबर में, जब भी वो खत्म होगा, उसके बाद अपने को 1 year at least of 12th standard, 1.5 year again ahead, you are going to have the good environment at Pune. And therefore forward looking has to be there. Just because depending upon the situations, please don't take the decisions. Have the forward looking in the sense that have the better planning for the future and take the decisions what the future will demand. Optimistic you have to be. Coronavirus will be over. Again, I'm talking about that because that is a live issue at present. Well, optimism has to be there. I will become chartered accountant. Whatever is the feedback given by the people of the, the senior people of earlier courses, well, I am going to become the chartered accountant. That optimism has to be there. You should have the courage to speak, courage to talk to the teachers, courage to talk to the earlier batch students about how the course is, etc. You must have ambition. BCom होना या BSc होना, या अभी मैं ये भी उसमें ऐड कर सकता हूँ BE होना, ये आपका एम्बिशन नहीं हो सकता है. Because that is not going to give you the status, that is not going to give you that kind of stature that is required. It's not going to give you the confidence that is required to roam around in the society, and that is not going to therefore give you the self-satisfaction. Keep a big ambition. I will become chartered accountant. I will become the successful professional in the years to come. That ambition has to be there. Now, these all traits, listen carefully, these all traits have to be deliberately developed. And for development of these traits, we at Ekatvam Academy take the special efforts for the students along with the academics. Of course, academics are there, but along with the academics, we strive hard to develop these traits in the among the students. Well, now let me take you to the world of Ekatvam Academy. The very word Ekatvam is the Sanskrit word. The very word Ekatvam stands for oneness. Ekatvam does not stand for we are only one. एकोहम द्वितीयो नास्ति मी एकटा दुसरा कोणी नाही असं त्याचा अर्थ नाहीये. एकत्व stands for oneness. We all are together. Who all are together? Who all are together? You can see the logo. You can see the logo of Ekatvam Academy. You can see there are three petals there. And the three petals indicate one petal is of students, of course, the other petal is of teachers, and the third petal indicates the parents. If you want to be successful, if the student wants to be successful, there has to be the contribution from teachers, there has to be the contribution from the parents, and there of course has to be the contribution from the student himself. So these points coming together, we are going to win the battle. And therefore parents से कुछ expectations होगी, स्टूडेंट से कुछ expectations होगी, टीचर्स से कुछ expectations होगी, और हर कोने में अगर ये expectation satisfy होती है, fulfill होती है, the success will not be difficult at all. फेल होना मुश्किल ही नहीं बल्कि नामुमकिन होगा. You understand? So एकत्व में ये तीनों भी कॉर्नर्स एक साथ काम करते हैं for getting the success in the examination. Well, there are some USP of Ekatvam. We have got the faculty, very expert faculty. You can see the photographs over here. Professor S.N. Joshi having the experience of 33 years of teaching. Myself, I'm Professor G.B. Joshi. I'm having the experience of 31 years of teaching. Professor Sucharit Rajadhyaksha has got around 27 years of teaching. CA Abhishek Zavre, CA Manish Tardeja, having the experience of teaching for more than 1.5 decade. Then we have Rishabh Jain, CA Rishabh Jain, Dr. Disha Rajadhyaksha. I'm very happy to place on the record at present that among the faces you are seeing here, CA Abhishek Zavre, CA Manish Tardeja, Dr. Disha Rajadhyaksha, these are the students of me. These are the students of Professor S.N. Joshi. These are the students of Professor Sucharit Rajadhyaksha. And therefore, you have got a team of expert faculty around. And therefore, you will be in the safe hand being in Ekatvam. You will be safe in the safe hand being with Ekatvam. I was talking about the USP. So experienced faculty is one of them. But then try to understand, we have some different practices here. We have the रेगुलर टेस्टिंग के लिए हमने ऑनलाइन सिस्टम्स बनाई है. जो टेस्ट होती है उसका रिजल्ट जो होता है वो आपको मोबाइल पे भी कम्युनिकेट होगा, पेरेंट्स के मोबाइल पे उनको भी कम्युनिकेट होगा. वी आर यूजिंग द टेक्नोलॉजी. व्हेन द होल वर्ल्ड, the other day I heard that UGC has set up a committee to discuss about the possibility of online teaching. And I'm very happy to place on the record here that right since 15th of April, our academy has started taking the live lectures. In every lecture, there are around 500 students all across the country. We are taking the live lectures, and this is going in beautiful atmosphere. This is going in absolutely effective atmosphere. So use of technology is going to be very important aspect. We take the lectures on the iPads. So in case if you miss some days lecture, the concerned teacher can give you the recorded video of that lecture. So even if you miss some lecture, still you will not be at loss. But you have to show the courage and meet the teacher. Sir, there was a genuine difficulty, therefore I could not come to the class yesterday. Will you please give me the video? This is the courage that you have to develop. Not only we are dedicated to academics, but I told you that we are dedicated towards the development of personality of the students. And therefore we have several activities. We have a picnic every year when the colleges and schools have stopped taking the students for the picnic. We in Ekatvam, we are taking around 500 students every year for the picnic, not for 1 day, not for 2 days, for around 4 days at the distant places like Goa, Mysore, Bangalore, Kodai Canal, etc. So we are going to have the picnic, we are going to have the celebration of the different days. Objective is only one. Students must start knowing the teachers, teachers must start knowing the two students closely. Students must develop the bonds among themselves, because in the professional course, the communication between the students is equally important. Cooperation among the students is very much important. So we have got several activities here. A jolly atmosphere is there. You will never have a teacher with a serious face and always shouting at you. The teachers will become your best friends. The other day only a student gave a comment to me, sir, my best friend is my teacher. My best friend has become my teacher. I said, no, he was first of all the teacher and then he has become the best friend. Anyway, now these two become synonyms. These two become the synonyms. Best teacher and best friend, these two are in one. You have the heroes in front of you in this academy. You need not search for the heroes on the screen of the Bollywood. Heroes will be there in front of you that you will experience when you join the academy. Well, I introduce this faculty to you. All are having the experience, all are having the very good gesture communication skills, soft skills, very friendly attitude that I have spoken about. And then we have got the two branches of this academy. One is in Indulal complex, that is on the Shastri Road in Navi Peth. You can just write down these phone numbers. You can see the website. You can get more information about the academy on the website. Now, the 2 points I want to share to you with you all of these is that, especially the students who are not in Pune, perhaps you may develop a feel that because of this pandemic, I will not go to Pune. I will do 11th and 12th in my city only. Let me communicate with you, let me share with you, convey to you the advantage of coming down to Pune and taking the admissions in the colleges like BMCC, college like Symbiosis, college like MMCC. I'm just naming some of the colleges, of course, all are, but if you can have the name of the college on your resume when you go for the interview later on, it will altogether have a different impact. Many of the top level executives, they are the students of these colleges. All of a sudden, if you say that I'm a student of BMCC and the interviewer, the executive sitting on that side of the table, if he is also the student of BMCC, definitely the bond will be developed between the two. Clear? So there is a very clear advantage of coming to Pune and taking the admission. Now, second advantage of coming down to Pune is that you will be among the students who are doing the CA course, your seniors. They can share their experiences to you. So you will have the atmosphere of becoming professional. That atmosphere, unfortunately, is missing in some colleges outside. Although, still, if you do not have the inclination to come to Pune, these all advantages we will be taking to your doorstep. We are going to hire the face-to-face batches. See, in Ekatvam Academy, every year we have got around 2,000 students. Not for 1 year, not for 2 years, for last 25 to 30 years, we have been teaching to the to the gathering of 2,000 students. And this year, we have decided a policy, as I told you already, we have started taking the live lectures from 15th of April itself. Now we will be having the batches, which will be the face-to-face batches, which will be there in the academy once the that coronavirus issue is over, that COVID-19 issue is over, and those who cannot come to Pune due to all these reasons, for their benefit, we will be having the live lecture batches, online batches, virtual lecture batches. It will not be the recorded video. Recorded video will be shared to you in case if you could not attend the lecture of that day. Video will be given to you, but these will be live lectures. There will be the very good communication between the teachers and students. Paper assessment and test will be conducted on regular basis. Today only we have assigned a test to the 12th standard students and they are solving the test. For that we have developed the technology, for that we have developed the software, we have developed the app for that. And through that testing will also be possible and testing we are going to do. Therefore, if you can come to Pune, nothing like that. But if you cannot come to Pune, fine. We will be reaching you through the technology. That's my word to you. That's my promise to you. Towards the end, I just like to give a stress on very important point. Many times what happens, the students who come to commerce, generally they have the phobia for mathematics. Now, being a teacher of mathematics and being the author of the books on mathematics and being a very close friend of all of you, let me assure you that the mathematics you are going to learn in the commerce stream is the business mathematics, is the applied mathematics, and is very interesting. It's not going to be only that kind of mathematics, it's going to be the very, very, interesting mathematics, and we are going to make it interesting. You understand? And therefore, my appeal to all of you is, please, please, please search for the college in which you will get mathematics, because mathematics is the basis of every course that you can have in future. Mathematics is required for economics, mathematics is required for financial management, mathematics is required for accountancy, mathematics is required for costing. And if you are not good in mathematics, perhaps you cannot be the effective auditor as well. And therefore, having mathematics right from 11th standard is a must. Colleges don't offer these mathematics. They keep generally the secretarial practice as an optional subject. Their problems may be different. I'm not going to talk on them. Perhaps they had to protect their teachers of that secretarial practice subject. But we have got to be selfish in this respect. We had to take the decision in our interest and therefore search for the college that is going to give you mathematics. Or otherwise, what happens? There are two things happening. Some of the courses later on will not be possible. For example, if you happen to get an opportunity of joining the management institute in US or some European countries, if you do not have mathematics at +2 level, that means at 11th and 12th standard level, then you will not be eligible for admission. लंदन स्कूल ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स जैसे इंस्टीट्यूशन में अगर जाने का मौका मिला और वहां आपका मैथमेटिक्स नहीं है, तो यू विल बी मिसिंग एन अपॉर्चुनिटी बिकॉज यू आर नॉट एबल एंड एलिजिबल फॉर एडमिशन. You understand? And therefore, my very personal request to all of you, being a very close friend of you, being almost like a parent of all of you, please take mathematics at 11th and 12th. If the college does not give, change the college. But in any case, please do not sacrifice on this front. And you take mathematics, you start liking mathematics, you start getting the scores in mathematics, leave it to me. It will be my responsibility. And this is my commitment to all of you. Is that clear? So, with all these advices, with all these sharing of very sincere emotions, we all three, on behalf of CA Manish Dardeja, on behalf of CA Abhishek
Maybe we
Zavre,
have to take a question.
and on behalf of all the faculty, I will thank you very much. Now it will be going to be a session of the questions and answers. I hand over to CA Abhishek for receiving the questions.
I'm flashing the questions on the screen and answering them one by one. Some of the important questions that are asked. Sir, when you started the online live lectures, we have started online live lectures for CA Foundation in the month of April itself. daily around from multiple batches put together, 1,000 students are attending these live lectures. So if the COVID-19 situation remains as such going forward, all 11th standard batches also will be taking it live. So even if any student of 11th standard or 12th standard or a CA foundation or intermediate is not able to come to Pune, he will be able to do the lectures live. Even if you miss a live lecture, we have an application whereby you can recover the recorded lectures. So live lectures are started, do not worry. Your syllabus for any of the batch will not miss at all. That is one question. Then other questions, let me just flash onto the screen. Sir, whether the CA Foundation November attempt is likely to be postponed. To be very frank, no one is in a position right now to comment. So will the examination get postponed or not? May examination has got postponed to the month of July and August. What will happen to the November examination is something which nobody can predict. It is not possible to be predicted. So you can just keep on studying, assuming the examination is on 1st of November. I personally feel the chance of 1st November is much higher, because by that point of time the situation will improve. We have to be positive. Live lectures are only for CAs? No, live lectures are for all the students, whether it is 11th standard, 12th standard, or foundation. All the batches will be having a live lecture options. Do not worry about it. So then there is another doubt. Uh, will the timings of BMCC and Ekatvam match? Answer to that is yes. Every year the timings do match. We have an option available in the morning batch, evening batch. This year, since we expect at least initial few months to be the online batch or live lectures, the timings will not be an issue at all. Can you suggest some good colleges? It's not officially possible to pick some names, but it depends on your marks that you score in a 10th standard. So depending on what marks you get and what area you live in, you can choose
Yeah.
the colleges. But
There are
May I
multiple.
intervene? May I intervene?
yes, GB sir.
Please. Yes. Uh, Naming few colleges will not be ethical on this platform. But if you have any doubt related to selection of college, you feel free to contact any of us. You send me, my phone number will be given to you. Is it shared, Sia Abhishek?
No,
Please
no,
share
office
the
number is shared. Office number is shared. You can drop a message on the
that
office number.
we will be sharing, and you ask the doubts on the WhatsApp. You ask whatever queries. If required, we can have the personal call as well. But taking the names will not be ethical here.
Uh, there is a doubt, sir. Can we join live lectures? And after lockdown, can we continue with the normal lectures? Answer to that is yes. Initially, we'll have a live lectures. After lockdown opens, normal batch starts. You can come in a normal batch. If there is outstation student, let's say someone is watching from Latur, Kolhapur, or Ahmednagar, or anywhere, and he wants to continue watching the live lectures, is not possible for him to come to Pune, that option will also be available. Do not worry. So you will be able to get the options
And
available.
we will be keeping all the norms and following the regulations laid by the government, social distancing and all that. Everything will be followed. Don't worry.
Now there is a doubt, sir. Is it suggestible to do two courses simultaneously, like chartered accountancy plus company secretary or CA plus CAT? Let me tell you, along with the chartered accountancy course, if you wish to pursue any other course, you need a permission of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, and that permission is normally granted only for a BCom course. Provided timings of BCom course and a CA course do not conflict. So we will not recommend any course other than the graduation course along with the CA. Once you finish a graduation course, you can take up another course, but company secretary and a chartered accountancy plus graduation together is not legally possible. So you can do it one after the other. Like you do BA, BCom and chartered accountancy. After BCom is over, you can pursue chartered that CS course. So there are some questions like which stream is better for designing. We do not have an expertise on designing. This is careers in commerce. And what is BAF in commerce? That is banking finance course. I don't know what
Bachelor in
you are
banking and
talking
finance.
about. Bachelor in banking and finance, but that is BAF. So I doubt
Yeah.
what is that particular course. BAF. Designing, we don't
There
have
are
the option.
there are certain universities which are conducting that particular course, but
No. He wants to talk
that
about a
does not
CFA
have
course.
that much
He
profitability.
has misspelled it. He has misspelled it. He's talking about a CFA.
Okay.
CFA is a Chartered Financial Analyst. It is a course that you can pursue post graduation, not after 12th standard. So it's a course offered by the university in United States, specializes in financial management, but it is post graduation. Or you can do it, think of it after completing chartered accountancy course. Now, this is a wonderful question that is asked by Jans V. I don't know what is his real name. Sir, are there any foreign opportunities? For your information, as a chartered accountant, ICAI has chapters of ICAI in around 12 different countries. And there are at least 30 to 40,000 chartered accountants from India who are working in various countries abroad.
Yes.
For your information, our Indian institute has done a tie-up with the institute in Canada, then institute in England, institute in
Yes.
Australia. So if you complete the chartered accountancy course in India and then you wish to go for a course in or chartered accountancy in Canada or UK or Australia, you have to just give one paper in a foreign country. So there is an abundant demand for chartered accountants in foreign country. Next 1 or 2 years, there could be problem because of the COVID-19 situation or economy in a trouble. But long term, there is no problem at all.
But let
There's
me let me uh, let me have a commitment to all of you. Instead of you going out of the country to the foreign countries, now foreign companies will start coming in India.
Coming to
So
India.
it will be
You will be
foreign
required to serve
associate
India.
culture that will be developed in India itself.
Correct. That's the future now.
there is another doubt, CA plus CFA. It is not possible simultaneously. After the BCom examination is over, then you can do it. CA plus CFA is possible only after you do the BCom. CA plus BCom and plus CFA is not possible. At a time, only two courses, Chartered Accountancy plus BCom. So, sir, is there any other best career option other than the BCom along with the CA? Good doubt. Over a period of time, lot of students want to pursue course other than the BCom. But the problem is ICAI has a rule which requires the other courses timings to be getting over before 11 a.m. in the morning. So technically, it is not possible to do other courses, though there are some good courses along with the instead of a BCom, but those courses are not possible because of the legal regulation. So I will recommend doing a BCom and CA only. But other courses have a technical or legal problems with it. Now
BM,
this is a yes, sir. Manish sir.
there is one question that BMCC college is an autonomous college that is autonomous for the for the graduation course, not for the undergraduation. So 11th and
This
12th it is affiliated to the state board only.
Now, let me tell you, this is a very, very important doubt. Ridhima Mittal has asked this particular doubt. Sir, is ACCA or CA which is good? Let me tell you, many students are falling prey to this ACCA concept. ACCA is totally different. It has nothing to do with the chartered accountancy course. Now, let me tell you a background. In every country, audit reports can be signed only by a chartered accountant or a certified public accountant, CPA. In foreign countries, they call it a CPA. ACCA is also a course from a reputed institute in the UK, but this ACCA course is not having a signing authority. ACCA course is for as a management consultant or employment. They cannot have a signing authority for tax audit reports or company audit reports or any other GST audit reports. So ACCA and CA is totally different. In terms of level of difficulty, yes, ACCA is much simpler than the chartered accountancy course. But if you look at the income standards, or let's say social standards, CA is way better than the ACCA. Actually, they are non-comparable because they are meant for a two different level of students. ACCA is meant for a different level of students. CA is meant for a different level of student. So I will not require comparison between the CA and ACCA, but there is a huge difference between the two.
Right.
Can a person pursue CA after completing a post graduation? Answer to that is yes, you can do it after post graduation. You get an exemption for CA foundation. There are 3 levels: foundation, intermediate, and final. If you start a course after graduation or a post graduation, foundation is exempted provided you are secured around 55 to 60% of the marks in graduation. That depends on the stream for graduation. Now, Manish sir, you would like to answer this question? Rishikesh?
Yes. Can I take the admission to Symbiosis College? Yes, you can. But see, when you are pursuing CA course, along with that, you are expected to carry over the college which will suit your CA curriculum as compared to your BCom.
Now there is a wonderful doubt. GB, GB sir, would you like to answer that? How many hours of study should a student do for a chartered accountancy course? Matlab, it's a myth that the students have to study for 12, 15 hours every day for all
18
4
hours.
or 5 years.
I would
GB,
like to answer this question. Ruchita, how many hours you should study? There is nothing called study. You have to fall in love with the contents of the course. अभी किसी
Correct.
से प्यार हो जाता है, किसी से प्यार हो जाता है तो एक दूसरे के साथ कितना टाइम रहना है ऐसा क्वेश्चन पूछा नहीं जाता. You like to be together for as much time as you can. So once you fall in love with the contents of the course, you would like to spend majority of your time with the course content only, and you fall in love with the course. That is our responsibility as a teacher. सो
this is a
कितने टाइम
wonderful doubt.
स्टडी लगता है, इस क्वेश्चन का कोई जवाब नहीं है. स्काई इज द लिमिट. जितना करेंगे, जितना ज्यादा उसके साथ टाइम बिताएंगे, उतना ज्यादा कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल बढ़ेगा.
When it is more advisable to join a foundation class along with the 12th standard or after 12th standard? I'll recommend in one simple answer, along with the 12th standard. If it is possible for you to do it along with the 12th, this is the best possible option to do along with the 12th standard, because after 12th you get around 5 6 months, but along with the 12th if you do, you get an advantage for your 12th standard preparation also, as well as CA foundation.
And one more point is there. One more point has to be highlighted, especially if the parents are there in the meeting today, that 11th 12th स्टैंडर्ड के साथ अगर आप ये सीए फाउंडेशन की प्रिपरेशन नहीं करते हो तो यू डेवलप अ सॉर्ट ऑफ लिथार्जी, यू डेवलप अ सॉर्ट ऑफ लेजीनेस, क्योंकि 11th एंड 12th की पढ़ाई इतनी ज्यादा नहीं होती है कि जो आपको बांध कर रख सके पूरे दिन भर. तो ये एक बार वो कॉम्प्लेसेंसी डेवलप हो जाती है, रिलैक्स एटीट्यूड डेवलप हो जाता है. तो 12th स्टैंडर्ड के बाद इसको मेकअप करना और फिर वो डेवलप करना ये मुश्किल हो जाता है. And therefore, to keep yourself on track is always advisable, without any doubt in that whatsoever, to pursue your foundation studies along with 11th and 12th.
Now there is a doubt, what will be the start date for 11th standard? 11th standard batches will be starting mostly in the month of July. July 2020 we'll be starting a batches. If it is not a physical face-to-face batch, we'll be starting an online batch to begin up with. The dates and everything we will announce. That's why I given the office number out there on the screen. You will be able to see office number. Please note down this number: 957980 7980. And all the students who are given 10th standard examination, please join that WhatsApp group. There is a link, https://ekt11th. So this link I have put up in the comment box also. So please follow this particular link. You will be able to get all the details on that particular link. I'm taking few more doubts. Let's say there is a doubt like, do CAs usually do a startups, or is there any scope for a chartered accountancy in administrative business like becoming a chief executive officer or not? Let me tell you, there is a huge scope for a chartered accountants in the startups. ICAI has started a incubation center for chartered accountants separately in the Bandra Kurla complex in Mumbai. There are a large number of chartered accountants who are engaged into the startup activities. And as far as the administration is concerned, CEOs are concerned, I gave you one example earlier. CA Kumar Mangalam Birla is chief executive officer of Aditya Birla Group, group which is conglomerate for about 12 to 15 billion dollars of revenues that they manage. So it is easily possible for a chartered accountant to go to that particular level. It's a versatile course, gives you multiple opportunities. Now, this is another wonderful typical doubt that comes up normally. Is it necessary to take a BCom while doing with the CA, or can we do only chartered accountancy? Manish sir?
No, one is expected to continue. Sorry, one can do the CA course only. There is no problem on that front. There is no compulsion of doing graduation if you want to become chartered accountant. But one point you remember, that if you want to pursue any courses in future, for that, many of the institutions, many of the universities require you to complete 10 plus 2 plus 3, that is including graduation. So for that purpose, we suggest that you should be doing graduation as well.
Now, this is a wonderful doubt. Can we start the chartered accountancy classes along with the 11th standard? Let me answer it briefly, and then GB sir will also speak. We start 11th standard with the focus of chartered accountancy or MBA or company secretary or any professional course at a later point of time. We recommend that in 11th standard you focus on 11th standard, but keep a attitude of professional learning during 11th standard, so that you can pick up the CA course or MBA course or any other course. But to be very frank, starting the coaching of chartered accountancy course along with the 11th is something we'll not recommend, because the curriculum of the chartered accountancy course requires a basic understanding of accounting and some world of finance, which you can get in 11th standard. So you can start chartered accountancy or company secretary or any other course along with the 12th standard. In 11th, first develop the liking towards a commerce and develop the flair for learning for professional courses. GB sir, you would like to throw some light on this?
Well, CA classes should be started with 11th or not? That question does not have an existence at all. That question does not have a validity at all, in my opinion. Because from the first day, from the first minute of 11th standard, you start developing the professionalism that is required. So, learning how to be professional, learning how to develop that commitment, and this is also the part of learning only, especially in the subject like accountancy or economics that you have never done in the school. अकाउंटेंसी में अब जो भी पढ़ेंगे उसकी एंट्री या ऐसी क्यों होती है, मैथमेटिक्स में ये फॉर्मूला ऐसा क्यों आता है, ये ऐसा क्यों होता है, उसका एप्लीकेशन क्या है, ये अगर 11th स्टैंडर्ड में आप समझेंगे, फर्स्ट डे से समझेंगे, फर्स्ट चैप्टर से समझेंगे, तो later on the chartered accountancy, forget about chartered accountancy, it can be MBA, it can be any course for that matter, will become easy. So you want to pursue with the chartered accountancy later, MBA, whatever course you want to do, 11th standard has to be learned in the professional way, right? And therefore class शुरू करना है क्या, there can be the difference of opinion, लेकिन उसकी प्रिपरेशन 11th स्टैंडर्ड से शुरू होना ये जरूरी है, and that's what we are doing at Ekatvam.
Yes.
This is a wonderful doubt. Sir, I had taken an admission for the foundation batch. Can you suggest to take a external admission for a BCom? And if yes, can you suggest the college? Now, let me tell you, you can do a external BCom also. Only disadvantage that you will face, we should tell you this disadvantage. In case you do a BCom externally and you wish to pursue any course from a foreign university by going abroad after completing chartered accountancy course, some foreign universities require 15 years of education. So in case you do BCom externally, unfortunately, certain universities do not count that. So if you wish to go to the foreign country for learning after completing chartered accountancy course, and you want to go in some prestigious university, maybe Ivy League in the US, I will not recommend external BCom. But in case you have no such aspiration to do a learning from foreign university, MBA course from foreign university, I'll recommend go ahead with the BCom externally. You can register with the MKCL, Maharashtra Knowledge Corporation Limited, MKCL, or a Pune University, or there is a separate course which is designed for especially chartered accountant students by Indira Gandhi National Open University, IGNOU. If you go to ICAI website, icai.org, you will find a link for IGNOU and chartered accountancy course type. So you can do a BCom externally there. Now there is a doubt, do company secretaries have a scope? Let me tell you, any professional course has a scope built into it. That is why we have a profession, every profession being regulated by a law of a land. But in comparative terms, company secretaries requirement all over the country will be lesser than the chartered accountancy. But yes, company secretaries also have a good scope. It's not that there is no scope. Sir, are you providing stock market courses? Answer to that is no. We are focused on 11th, 12th standard and the chartered accountancy course.
No,
only.
but then during the course work itself. Now, for example, when you learn the chapter like derivatives, when you learn the chapter like index number, we do explain what is the stock exchange, what are the basics of it. बॉम्बे स्टॉक एक्सचेंज सेंसिटिव इंडेक्स बीएसई सेंसेक्स का मतलब क्या होता है, वो कंस्ट्रक्ट कैसे किया जाता है, उसका इंटरप्रिटेशन कैसे किया जाता है, वी हैव द रेफरेंसेस टू ऑल दीज कंसेप्ट्स while teaching the different subjects in our academy.
Now I'm taking just last one or two doubts. Uh, just a second. Whichever we are not answered, if any doubt is there. No. There are no further doubts as such. So we thank you all for the patient hearing for last 1.5 hours. Our contact numbers are listed out there below. All the students who are given a 10th standard and willing to join the commerce in 11th standard, there's a link given for a WhatsApp group. Please join on to that particular WhatsApp group. I'm typing that list even in the comment box. We thank you for patient hearing. There is another doubt, sir. Do we have online lectures? Yes, foundation online lectures have started, and 11th standard online lectures will start in the month of July. 12th standard is going to has already started. Another 12th standard batches are also going to start in the month of June. So for all the details, there is a number which is written there. Please, I'm putting in the comment box again. So there is a number and there is a WhatsApp group for 11th standard students. Those who are going to go to 11th standard, please join that particular WhatsApp group. Others, you can please note down the number for any query regarding chartered accountancy course. You can drop a message onto that particular number. We will definitely be happy to serve you. Or thank you. Thank you
Thank
from
you.
all of us.
Thank you very much. I just ensure towards the end, the concluding remark. Guys, you are going to be in the safe hands in Ekatvam Academy. You build your career. That is our responsibility. Let's join the hands together for that. Thank you very much.